Picture this: me surrounded by a mountain of stuff I never use, drowning in notifications from apps I don't remember downloading, and wearing pants that haven't fit since the Bush administration. No, not that Bush. The other one. That was me, folks. The unwitting hoarder who thought minimalism was just a fancy word for being broke. Boy, oh boy, was I in for a surprise. Turns out minimalism isn't about living in an empty white room, meditating on your one remaining sock. It's more like decluttering your life of all the junk, physical and mental, that's been holding you back from achieving your dreams of becoming the next Marcus Aurelius, or at least someone who can find their keys in less than 20 minutes. Buckle up, Buttercup, because I'm about to take you on a wild ride through my minimalist misadventures. Warning, side effects may include uncontrollable laughter, sudden urges to clean your closet, and a strange desire to quote Nietzsche at dinner parties. Ready to turn your life from a chaotic episode of hoarders into a Zen masterpiece? Let's dive in. Imagine embarking on a journey of self-discovery, where each day offers a chance for personal growth. This is precisely what happened to our protagonist when he took on the 30-day minimalism challenge. With just 33 items of clothing and unwavering determination, he set out to simplify his digital and material life. Uninstalling apps and blocking websites might seem a Herculean task in this age of hyperconnectivity, but it's a valuable exercise in self-control and focus. As the days passed, our minimalist adventurer began to notice subtle changes in his routine and mental state. The absence of constant notifications and the reduction in wardrobe brought unexpected clarity. It was as if the noise of modern life had been silenced, allowing for a deeper connection with oneself and the world around. This digital detox became more than just an experiment. It evolved into a profound journey of self-improvement and personal development. The challenge wasn't without its struggles, of course. Our hero found himself grappling with the urge to check social media or buy that tempting new gadget. But with each small victory, his resolve strengthened. He discovered that true confidence doesn't come from possessions or online validation, but from within. This realization was a stepping stone towards a more intentional and fulfilling existence, proving that sometimes less truly is more in the pursuit of personal success and mental well-being. Initially, our protagonist approached the minimalism challenge with a mixture of skepticism and curiosity. The prospect of living with less seemed daunting, even anxiety-inducing. How could one possibly thrive in today's complex world with such limited resources? This mindset, however, was about to undergo a profound transformation, much like the philosophical journey of those who delve into Stoicism or existentialism. As days turned into weeks, a remarkable shift occurred in our hero's perspective. The initial discomfort of limitation gave way to an unexpected sense of freedom. It was as if the clutter in his physical space had been mirroring the chaos in his mind, and as one cleared, so did the other. This change in outlook wasn't just about material possessions. It extended to digital habits, social interactions, and even personal goals. The value of minimalism began to crystallize, not as a restrictive practice, but as a tool for focusing on what truly matters. Our protagonist found himself channeling energy into pursuits that aligned with his core values, much like how Marcus Aurelius advocated for living in accordance with nature. This new approach to life sparked a journey of self-knowledge and personal development that extended far beyond the 30-day challenge. It became clear that the essence of minimalism wasn't about deprivation, but about optimizing one's existence for growth and fulfillment. At its core, minimalism is a philosophy that echoes the teachings of ancient Stoics and modern essentialists alike. It's not about living in a bare apartment or owning just one pair of shoes. Rather, it's a mindset that encourages us to strip away the excess and focus on what truly adds value to our lives. Imagine your mind as a cluttered room. Minimalism is the act of clearing out the unnecessary, leaving space for creativity, growth, and self-improvement. This philosophy extends beyond material possessions. In our digital age, where information overload is the norm, minimalism can be a powerful tool for mental well-being. It's about curating our digital lives with the same care we apply to our physical spaces. By eliminating excess notifications, unsubscribing from irrelevant emails, or practicing a digital detox, we create mental space for deeper thought and more meaningful connections. The beauty of minimalism lies in its flexibility. For some, it might mean adopting a capsule wardrobe to simplify daily decisions. For others, it could involve decluttering their social media feeds or practicing dopamine fasting to reset their relationship with technology. The goal isn't to live with nothing, but to live with intention. By carefully choosing what we allow into our lives, we cultivate an environment that nurtures personal growth and helps us focus on what truly matters in our journey of self-development. As the 30-day minimalism challenge drew to a close, our protagonist faced an unexpected revelation. Upon unpacking the items he had so carefully stored away, he discovered that many remained untouched, gathering dust in their temporary exile. This moment of clarity was akin to Nietzsche's concept of eternal recurrence, a chance to reflect on what truly matters in one's life and what can be left behind. The unused possessions stood as silent testaments to the excess that had once cluttered not just his living space, but his mind as well. Each unopened box and unworn garment represented a choice to accumulate rather than to cultivate. This realization sparked a deeper journey into self-knowledge, prompting questions about personal values, goals, and the true sources of happiness and fulfillment. In this post-challenge phase, our hero found himself naturally gravitating towards a more intentional way of living. The act of decluttering had become more than just a physical task. It had evolved into a mental and emotional purge. Like a skilled essentialist, he began to apply this newfound wisdom to other areas of his life: relationships, career goals, and personal aspirations. The challenge had ended, but the journey of personal growth and self-improvement was just beginning, fueled by the powerful lessons of minimalism. In the wake of his minimalist experiment, our protagonist stumbled upon a profound truth that philosophers and sages have long preached. Happiness often resides in simplicity. This realization wasn't a lightning bolt of inspiration, but rather a gentle awakening, much like the gradual enlightenment sought in Eastern philosophies. He found that the essentials for contentment were far fewer than he had ever imagined. The pursuit of happiness, he discovered, wasn't about accumulating more, but about appreciating what was already present. This shift in perspective brought to mind the Stoic teachings of gratitude and the Buddhist concept of non-attachment. By focusing on the fundamental aspects of life, health, relationships, personal growth, he uncovered a wellspring of joy that had been obscured by the clutter of modern existence. Interestingly, this newfound happiness didn't stem from grand gestures or monumental changes. Instead, it was nurtured by small, daily practices. Savoring a cup of coffee without digital distractions, engaging in meaningful conversations without the pressure of time, or simply enjoying the peace of a decluttered space. These seemingly insignificant moments became the building blocks of a more fulfilled life, proving that sometimes the path to personal development and mental well-being is paved with the smallest of stones. The practical benefits of minimalism began to manifest in our protagonist's life like the first rays of dawn after a long night. The joy he found in fewer possessions was not just philosophical, it was tangible and transformative. His living space, once cluttered with impulse purchases and forgotten gadgets, now breathed with a newfound sense of purpose and tranquility. Each item that remained served a specific function or brought genuine happiness, much like how a skilled essentialist curates their life experiences. Digital minimalism proved equally rewarding. By uninstalling unnecessary apps and setting boundaries with technology, he reclaimed hours of his day previously lost to mindless scrolling. This digital detox wasn't about complete abstinence, but rather intentional use. He found himself more present in conversations, more focused at work, and more engaged in his hobbies. The constant background noise of notifications and updates had been replaced by a clarity of mind that boosted his productivity and creativity. Perhaps most surprisingly, this minimalist approach began to positively impact his finances. Without the constant urge to buy the latest gadget or follow every fashion trend, he found his bank account growing steadily. This financial freedom opened up new possibilities for experiences that truly mattered: travel, education, and investing in personal growth. It was as if by simplifying his material world, he had unlocked a richer, more fulfilling existence, proving that sometimes less truly is more in the pursuit of personal success and self-improvement. The journey of simplification is not a sprint, but a marathon, a gradual process of self-discovery and intentional living. Our protagonist found himself naturally gravitating towards a lifestyle of less but better, reminiscent of the philosophy championed by essentialists. He began by tackling his wardrobe, keeping only items that truly served a purpose or brought joy. This wasn't about asceticism, but about curating a collection that reflected his authentic self and simplified daily decision-making. As the simplification process extended beyond his closet, he discovered the liberating effect of parting with unused gadgets, unread books, and forgotten hobby supplies. Each item released felt like shedding unnecessary weight, allowing him to move more freely towards his goals. He learned to ask himself probing questions before making new purchases. Will this add value to my life? Is this aligned with my personal growth objectives? This mindful approach to consumption became a powerful tool in his journey of self-improvement. Quality over quantity became his new mantra. Instead of having multiple mediocre options, he focused on acquiring fewer, high-quality items that would stand the test of time. This principle extended beyond material possessions to his use of time and energy. He began to invest in experiences and relationships that truly mattered, pruning away activities that didn't contribute to his personal development or mental well-being. Like a skilled gardener, he learned that sometimes growth requires strategic removal, creating space for new possibilities to flourish. Embracing intentional living became the cornerstone of our protagonist's newfound philosophy. Like a modern-day Stoic, he began to approach each decision with mindful consideration, whether it was a major life choice or a simple purchase. This shift from impulsive to intentional living wasn't about denying himself pleasure, but about aligning his actions with his values and long-term goals. It was a practice in self-awareness and self-improvement that echoed the teachings of ancient philosophers and contemporary personal development gurus alike. The impact of this intentional approach was profound, particularly in his consumer habits. Before making a purchase, he would pause and reflect. Does this item truly serve a purpose in my life? Is this adding value or just adding clutter? This thoughtful consumption not only benefited his wallet, but also reduced the mental burden of owning and maintaining unnecessary possessions. It was as if he had discovered a secret formula for personal success, one that prioritized experiences and growth over material accumulation. Perhaps the most significant change was in how he viewed happiness and fulfillment. No longer did he equate owning more with being more. Instead, he found joy in the space between things, the quiet moments of reflection, the depth of relationships uncluttered by distractions, and the freedom to pursue what truly mattered. This intentional living became a form of practical philosophy, a daily practice in the art of living well. It wasn't about perfection, but about progress, a continuous journey of self-knowledge and personal growth that promised a richer, more authentic existence. So, there you have it, my journey from compulsive hoarder to minimalist in training. But what about you? Are you ready to shake things up and discover what really matters? Imagine waking up every day with mental clarity, knowing exactly where your favorite socks are. Hint, not under that pile of "I'll wear it someday." Think about the peace of mind that comes with a social media feed that doesn't make you want to hide in a cave. What if you could transform your living space from disaster zone to Zen retreat in less time than it takes to binge watch a season of your favorite show? Okay, maybe 2 seasons, depending on how much you've actually accumulated. Here's a challenge for you. Pick one area of your life. It could be your closet, your desk, or even your phone, and try to simplify it this week. Who knows? You might end up finding that long-lost remote control, or better yet, a happier, less stressed version of yourself. Remember, minimalism isn't about depriving yourself. It's about creating space for what truly matters. It's about choosing growth over clutter, experiences over excess, and purpose over purchases. So, are you ready to join the minimalist revolution? Trust me, your future self and your overstuffed junk drawer will thank you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to keep learning about minimalism, personal development, and how to live your best life with less. Who knows? The next video might just be the one that helps you finally let go of that vintage college t-shirt with more holes than fabric.